A shocking new film opened this weekend nationwide. It's a film that Hollywood refused to make because it tells the truth about a notorious abortionist. It's called Gosnell, the untold story of America's most prolific serial killer. Take a look.
You are not going to believe what I saw last night.
How many?
So far, we found over 30 of them. Healthy woman goes into a clinic, comes out dead, and there's no police report?
Files have been moved recently.
Look at this.
Prosecution has offered you a plea bargain, Dr. Gosnell.
And I would have to admit I was guilty. I'm not guilty.
There's nothing that man did that protects women or children, and you don't have to be a pro-life activist to see that.
Kermit Gosnell is perhaps the most prolific serial killer in American history.
My next guest has appeared in many hit TV movies and television shows, including Castaway, Moneyball, Justified, Fried Green Tomatoes, and The Shape of Water. He not only plays Kermit Gosnell's attorney, but he also directed the film. Please welcome the talented Nick Searcy. Nick, great having you here.
This is great. It's like being on the Jimmy Kimmel show, except the host isn't unbearable.
But I was going to say, I think I'm going to be a lot friendlier to you than Jimmy Kimmel ever would be.
That's right.
This is a powerful story.
Yeah.
What made you want to direct this film and get that message out there? Because it's heavy duty.
Basically, when I read the script by Andrew Clavin, I knew that I wanted to do it. There's a scene in the movie where the prosecution calls an abortion doctor, and the cross-examination of her has so much information in there that I did not know. And when I read that scene, I thought, this is really valuable information, no matter what side of the issue you're on. And I felt called to do it. I felt like I wanted to do it.
It was one of the things I was going to ask. How much did it impact you just getting into the film, seeing what this guy did? I mean, he was a butcher. I don't know how else to describe Kermit Gosnell.
Well, the shorthand version is that he developed a technique for doing abortions. He was not really an OB-GYN by training. He developed a technique that was cost-effective, but his technique was illegal in that he was inducing birth and then terminating the babies after they had been born.
Oh, my. Oh.
And it's a terrible, terrible, horrible thing to have to look at.
I'm guessing this film is at best a PG-13 because I'm sure that there's very powerful, riveting, and raw kind of facts that are displayed in this film.
Yeah, and we worked very hard for that PG-13. We felt very strongly that we did not want this to be gory. We did not want this to be a horror movie. We wanted it to be compelling and gripping, and it's about the people who caught him and convicted him.
Why is the media so reluctant to take this issue on and at least just be honest about what this guy was doing?
The fear about the issue of abortion is what allowed Gosnell to operate the way he did for so long. His clinic was not inspected for 17 years because the governor of Pennsylvania at that time, the Pennsylvania Board of Health said that they were under direct orders from the governor's office not to inspect abortion clinics unless there was a complaint. And that was because the governor did not want to be seen as being anti-woman or anti-reproductive rights. And that kind of fear is what led to those atrocities happening. And that same fear, I think, is what led to the story not being covered.
How hard has it been for you to get this film into theaters?
It was a difficult struggle. We shot this film 3 years ago. We were still shooting on this day 3 years ago.
Wow.
And it's taken that long from the time we finished editing and put it all together, it's taken that long to get it to this point.
Nick, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting this film together. And I hope everyone in America who cares about this issue will see what is a shocking but true life film starring Dean Cain, directed by Nick Searcy, called Gosnell, the untold story of America's most prolific serial killer. It's playing nationwide. Find out where it's playing near you at gosnellmovie.com.